We've all, and I should say most of us who are watching this, have been in a position where you have someone in your life that all they wanted to do is they wanted you to just do the things they want you to do. It could be anything. It could be to the point where you've been working, and they want your hard-earned resources. Um, you could, an example, you probably were younger. For those of you who are now much more mature, but in the past, you probably were with someone. I mean, you were cool with someone, and most of them they had to be cool, but like they they were talking to someone, and somebody wanted to talk to you, and then they made you feel guilty, and they made you feel bad to the fact that you don't want to talk to a certain person because it's not your type. You just don't like their personality. Or it could be something to where, like, something like me, I was in a position, and I was thinking this is what made the video right here, why I wanted to make this video, where someone wanted you to be a part of something, a community, and you said no. And for them, they may have taken it bad, and wondered like why you ain't want to do that, why you don't want to be around, why is this? But you know in your right mind that it's not going to benefit you. Of course it's going to benefit them, and there's nothing in it for you. And you'll have those type of people will try to come back to you and tell you that you're a bad person, you're this and you're that, and this, that, and the third. And realistically, you saying to yourself like, yo, why are you coming for me for? Don't worry, I got you. Before I get into the video, let me introduce myself. This is Gene, your best friend, your new best friend. And I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. Today we're going to talk about most people will try to convince you that you're a bad person because they cannot take advantage of you. This video came up in the subject of my head because I was remembering back at one point in my life, in my early 20s, so mmany times I can remember that I didn't have family members. Of course, they were the main ones, and they always wanted me to do this for them, want to do that for them, and a lot of them too. And some of them, and they were older. They were into some shenanigans. They were married. They were doing their own thing, and then they always wanted me around just so I can look out and say, yeah, this and that, hang out with them. And then 9 times out of 10, when they were cheating on their spouse or they were doing things they weren't supposed to do, they was like, oh, I was with Gene. And then me, I had to take on the energy like, yo, yeah, just say this and that, I'm saying that. But there's one point I could really reflect and I remember when they wanted me to be, many times, that they wanted me to be a godfather of a kid or two. And I'm like, yo, I said no. I didn't want to do it. And then that particular family member went to another family member, and that family came at me and told me I'm a bad person. And I could honestly tell you, until this day, I'm not in no conversation with these people. And to only turn around and to still put me as the godfather of that kid. And then as many times, even when I was younger, they put me. And like I said, this is one of the reasons why I'm doing these videos, because, of course, I have issues that I can address and talk about because my past experience. Listen, there's nothing wrong with saying no, because whatever they got going on and they want you to be a part of is nothing. If you know it's nothing in benefit to you, and of course, 1 + 1 is 2. If you know it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, okay, cool, but you still could say no. We live at a time now, especially now. I can imagine. This is before social media. Before social media, it is the way it is. In my early 20s, social media was out there, but not everybody had the phone where it was just in your face. Now, I can imagine peer pressure. But when it came to the point when I said no and started saying no, I became the villain. I became the villain because they can't take advantage of you. They know that, okay, you know what? Whatever they got going on, whatever they were trying to do and trying to put you in, you caught on to it. And guess what? They have no choice but to pay that karma. They have no choice to they have to reflect that, okay, the type of stuff that they try to put you in. And they have to know why you said no. But we live at a time now where, especially in this generation, man, it's getting worse and worse and worse. Now, for me personally, I'm a kind of person where I'm not letting anyone or say anything to me. I'm not even engaging in the conversation. I'll cut you off. But there's nothing wrong with saying no. It's definitely nothing wrong with saying no because, listen, at the end of the day, whatever they got going on, they want you to be a part of. If there's a problem, you have to take on that problem. They're going to try to put everything on you. And think about it. It's a reason why they want you to be a part of that community. It's a reason why, like, think about it. You're not going out there and say, hey, I want to be, I want to be this, I want to be that. And even if you are wanting to do that, right? It's a decision because you know that type of relationship you got with these type of people. But when it gets to the point where they start asking you for money and they making you feel guilty because you're saying, no, I don't, no. Listen, don't feel bad that the fact that, hey, they feel you feel guilty. Think about it. We're all, as people, are individuals. When we go, we're going to go by ourselves. When you go to the bathroom, you have to go by yourself. Now, for those of you who can't walk, who can't do it by yourself, now I'm not talking about you, but hear me out. Just because you said no, and someone said, oh, for that situation, oh, you're this and you that, you have to think about it. They're acting out of emotion. If you, and this is the thing, this is what it is. How is it you're going to ask me to do something, and then when I give you an answer and I say no is the complete opposite of what you thought, now I'm a bad person. Now you're calling me out for this and that. Then why you ask me? Why didn't you just say, hey, I put you down for this and say this and say that? Of course, I'm still going to say no, right? But still, this is the time that we're living in now. And like I said, I can't imagine, especially in this generation, like, yo, how things are going. Because me, I'm isolated. Like, for an example, I'm somewhere. I learned my lesson, especially this summer, especially with people that you may not know. They'll try to come at you for no reason. It's getting to the point now. You got to treat yourself like you just celebrity. Nobody can touch you. It's VIP. Nobody can get access to you. You know what I mean? Certain places you just cannot go because, especially with people that you may know, people that and it's to the point now you can't tell people what you're getting into, and that's one of the reasons why, one of the few reasons that when most people see who you are and see your character, they see that you're laid back, they're reflecting on the relationship that you guys both had or so or two, they're just thinking about like, yo, he's gonna do it, she's gonna do it, they did it for me before, they're gonna have no problem doing it, and if they do have it, you know what I mean, they just can't imagine that, hey, you know what, they just can't imagine like, yo, you know what I mean, you're saying no because they're just so used to you, who you are or who you used to be. Now, all this could be from a person who you used to be and who you thought you were. In these times now, right? We all live in a time where, especially with social media, let's talk about finances. We got all these apps that we can use and get instant get things financially from each other. Like I remember it was like 10 years ago. What was it? 10 years ago? I'll say 15 years ago. In my early 20s, right? Cash App wasn't a thing. PayPal, you really had to go online and it was a process. People wasn't really up on that. You know what I mean? It was either that you see them in person, you give them cash. That's even a good question. I don't even know how that was. Everything was cash. Versus now, people will just send you a message and say, hey, I need this. And even if you reject it, they'll get pissed off. And that's the problem with most people now. They'll really have a problem with you because they'll try to convince you that you're a bad person because they can't take advantage of you. And this is where you have to be careful. Mentally, you have to stay strong. You gotta stay focused. Listen, if you're on the mission, there's certain people you just can't be around like how you used to. When I mean mission, you're focused, you got things you got going on. Even just certain people, you just can't be around them because 9 times out of 10, they're there around you just so they can take advantage of you. And ask yourself this question: is it fair? Is it fair? Absolutely not. If you really love yourself, it don't matter who it is. No means no. And if they trying to, and that's manipulation, narcissist type of energy they bring it on to you. It's like, yo, they can't say certain things to you. They can't. They saying all of this, and then they're telling you what they want you to do. And a lot of times too, when you do say yes and they take advantage of you, all of that is control. They can tell you whatever they want to tell you. They can make you feel the way they want to feel you, make you want to feel, and to only turn around and go around to other people and tell them, oh, I told him this, he did that. And guess what? When they get around certain people behind your back, they're gonna tell you you did it, and it's gonna give other people idea that you may not know, and these people may not even like you, but they'll just get around you because they know they could take advantage of you too. So no means no. It's okay. It may hurt a little bit. It may be the people that you really love, but guess what? Ask yourself this question: do these people really love you? Just because you love them and you're looking out for them, do they feel that as same return? They may love you at the same time. Think about it. If somebody really loves you, they'll go out their way and make sure that you're good. They may, prime example, I remember when I was much more younger, I had someone, especially family member, they'll come and ask me to do something. And I'm like, oh, I can't do it. Why don't you just ask that person? They'll make you feel guilty, like, oh, I can't do it. You know, so-and-so is working and doing this and doing that. And I'm like, yo, you in my house. I just came from work. I got things I'm doing all day. You want me to do it. But that person was just talking to you. And then you could have had them do it for you. Make it make sense. And that's the time that we're living in now. They're so, how should I say it? They're so cautious with everyone else. They respect everyone else, but when it comes to you, you're supposed to do it. And guess what? They make you feel bad. They make you feel like, okay, you feel guilty and trying to say, oh, you know, you used to do it. You changed. You do this. Why? And think about it. And ask yourself, do these people really love you? Because if they really love you, they'll understand that you can't do it. So don't feel bad. Someone's trying to make you feel guilty because they can't take advantage of you. Because 9 times out of 10, ask yourself this question: if they're the same in a return, would they do it for you? Absolutely not. Because how I know? I've been in that position before. All right. So if this video resonated with you, I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe to your best friend, your new best friend. And I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe again. All right. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.